Raider is a third entry in the Tomb Raider series, which is being played by Alicia Vikander. This is completely a reboot, and this movie is based off the 2013 game of Tomb Raider. And Lara Croft is the heir of the Croft family. Her father has gone missing. He's been missing for about 7 years. She also has this inheritance from her father that she's supposed to gain, but she feels like she's independent, that she don't need her father's money. And all of a sudden, she gets a clue that could give her the whereabouts of her father, so she goes on an adventure to try to find her father. Alicia Vikander definitely did a one hell of a job playing Lara Croft. She was fantastic with the role. And also Alicia Vikander did all the stunts in this movie, and that right there makes me love her performance even more. I guarantee you that there's going to be people walking out this theater saying that Alicia Vikander did the character right. This is the best portrayal of the character, and I think that Alicia Vikander was better than Angelina Jolie. They focus more on the character than her looks. They made her character grounded, a little bit more realistic, and it wasn't a whole bunch of tongue-in-cheek. I really bought the action sequences when Lara Croft was using the bow and arrow, jumping off of trees and airplane wings and things. The director of this movie did a really good job setting up Lara Croft's character. I mean, they had her first experiences just like in the 2013 game. They had her first adventure, her first kill, her first wound, and he did a really good job of setting up the process of Lara Croft's character. This film showed us her development of how she became the legendary badass Lara Croft. Visually, this movie was stunning. It had some really good sequences that you've seen from the game. Now, if you played the game, you're basically watching the game, but in live action. There are some very scenes that was ripped from the game and put onto the screen, and for a person who has played the game, I was heavily satisfied. And since this is based off the video game, really physics doesn't really matter. There is a lot of scenes where, you know, realistically Lara Croft will be dead. Since this movie is based off the video game, physics doesn't really matter. It's just one of those things you just have to accept, and it doesn't really bother you. But if you overthink and overanalyze it, then it will bother you. I thought this movie had some really good visuals. You know, it had some really good lighting, special effects in this movie. It also had some CGI in this movie as well, and it was noticeable, but it wasn't really bad at all. In my eyes, the CGI was passable. Other than that, the story of this movie is a little bit far-fetched, and it doesn't really make sense. And even the main villain has this motive to accomplish something that doesn't really make sense. And you, the audience, are watching this movie and you're like, what? It's just how they're trying to make this movie more grounded, a little bit more realistic than the other Tomb Raider movies. That story just kind of makes this movie a little bit off balance. And the villain in this movie was kind of your everyday villain, your one-note cliche evil bad guy. You know, I just couldn't really buy him as a person behind the villainy. I just feel like he was just a villain to be a villain. And the movie did try to give some semblance of a backstory by saying he has a family, but he doesn't act like he has a family, because what he's doing is a little drastic and just a huge cliche. Alicia Vikander was definitely the best thing about this whole entire movie. The story was a little bit far-fetched. Visually, this movie had some great scenes from the game that was put onto the screen. I really enjoyed those sequences. It did kind of slow down when they got to the island a little bit. The movie did come off a little bit slow. I gotta give Tomb Raider a Michael Keaton Batman. Now, this is fun. I had a good time with this movie. It's not a great movie or that will wow me, but for what we have gotten for the past years, I gotta say that this movie was passable and we're going to the right direction. That's my review of Tomb Raider. Have you seen Tomb Raider? Please guys, let me know. Give me all your thoughts on Tomb Raider, and I will see you guys in the next video. I will have a spoiler review of Tomb Raider, and I'm going to team up with my cousin Superfan K. We're going to collaborate, and we have a major announcement. Alright guys, thank you for watching. You are the best, and if you like everything you see and you agree, click right here. Join me in the Batman family. I will have more Batman-tastic reviews on the way. You have been warned. Till then, ciao.